So is it left knee or right knee?
This one.
Right knee, huh? Where does it swell up? Where is the location?
Well, when it swells up, it's kind of the whole thing.
Okay.
But it hurts to touch it more than
even now?
Yeah, it's pretty tender right now. It's not as bad. It's been better.
It's been better last 2 days, you said?
Yeah, the past few days.
Right here?
Yeah,
right here, inside here?
Yeah, whole.
From here to here like this?
Yeah, this whole kind of half circle.
Okay. When did this start?
Kind of before wrestling season, but it got progressively worse.
Yeah, but when does your wrestling season start?
Oh, last November.
Oh.
Like around then.
Okay.
It wasn't really a problem then.
Did you fall down by any chance?
No, but when you're wrestling, you hit your knees a lot.
Okay, so you probably hit it like this kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like when you shoot on your knees.
Okay, you have, I'm a lay person. When you say shoot, I have no idea. To me, shoot like this.
So like you land on your knees when you do
Okay, so you're going like this, right? So
Yeah.
on your knee like that.
Yeah.
And the right knee obviously is very important.
Yeah.
Right. So get up for a minute. Yeah, and turn backwards like this. Yeah, come towards me. Come towards me. Yeah. Come this way. Now here is the problem, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Once again, I'm going to press some parts of your back.
Yeah.
Tell me where it hurts. Anywhere where it is tender, let me know.
Okay.
Is there anywhere it's tender?
Not yet.
Nothing is tender so far? How about here?
Nope.
Nothing? Everything is solid?
That feels kind of good, right there.
Right there it feels good?
Yeah.
But it was tender before, right?
I don't think that was tender.
Okay, so when you say it feels good, can you explain?
When you say tender, you mean it hurts to press?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Nothing? So, but it feels good when I do this?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one? Now I'm going to do the left side. The left side.
Feels a little different. Feels a little.
Okay. Now let me press here. Does it hurt anywhere?
No.
Nothing?
Doesn't hurt.
Nowhere it hurts, right? Okay, that's fine. Judy, can you bring my yoga mat? Okay, have a seat. So it's that one part was only where you felt a little bit of this, right? You felt like it felt good, but you didn't know why.
Yeah.
Now when it
felt like a
swells,
massage.
okay. So when it swells up, does it become like really big out here? Is that what it happens?
See if I can have a video of it.
Yeah, let me see.
I was pressing in the water in my knee.
Is it inside? Oh, there you go. Okay. Can you put it out there first? So this is bottom, okay. Yeah, this is bottom.
Here's a video.
Yeah. Oh, it becomes more jello-y like that.
Yeah.
It feels like there is some water or some kind of accumulation like this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is when it is worse.
Yeah.
And then it hurts a lot, obviously, right? Over this point, it will hurt a lot.
Yeah, and it's
And does it hurt like?
You gonna fight again?
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
So we'll include this one in there. So
It hasn't swelled up like that in a long time.
really, how long?
Oh, I mean, I haven't been landing on it as much, so that's one thing.
The reason why it is not doing.
Yeah.
But does that make your game a little bit bad for you? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Because this is very
it's like I don't want to land on it as much. You know what I mean? I'm kind of,
No,
So
my question is, if you change that, when you're doing this, when you're wrestling with someone, if you don't land on that knee, does it impact your wrestling sort of outcome?
of the match?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, it makes me not as good. I feel, but
Okay. Because you need that knee there for.
I mean, I don't like having to worry about it in the back of my mind. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Having to land on it and having it hurt, and like, you know what I mean? And I feel like I might be damaging it. You know what I mean? I have that.
Right.
Yeah, thinking about
So
that.
do you do your practices and all that stuff? How do you practice?
I practice the same way pretty much, but I try to just
Not land on the knee.
not try to land.
If let me ask you this: if I wasn't here right now, just assume that, and if you started landing on that knee, do you think it will get swelled up? Will it swell up?
Yeah, I mean, the past couple days I've been landing on it just to try it out. Like today I was landing on it and it hasn't swollen up yet. Like I just like an hour
But do
ago,
you have pain?
Yeah,
But you have pain though.
yeah.
If you land on this one, do you have pain?
No.
No. But if you land on that one, you have pain.
Yes, right there.
So right now, if you landed on it, would it be painful?
Yes.
Can you do it on there and make it more painful?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's it? That much is enough for you to have pain like that?
Yeah, it hurts.
Wow.
I mean, it's not like super bad, but it's like sharp. It's like
Right.
it's not good.
Okay. I want you to lay down on that mat over there. The other way. Yeah. Your face that way, yeah. Yeah, bring it down. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to lift your left leg up and down 3 times. Just the left leg, slowly, slowly. All the way up, as far up you can go. Slowly, slowly, slowly. One more. Okay. And now to the right side. Okay, down. Okay, now go on your side. Put your arm, yeah, go all the way, yeah, put your palm all the way down like that, yeah, all the way down. Your head. Yeah, but keep your arm underneath it, yeah. There you go, very good. Now keep both your knees straight. Straight, 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 yeah. Now lift your right leg up like this, sideways. Okay, go slow. Keep your head down. Okay, bring it down. Now do the other side. Keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight. Yep. Keep both your knees straight. Okay, lift it up. Okay, come on up. So, which side do you see is a little weaker?
I don't know. Maybe my right.
Exactly. You saw it because when you were lifting it up, it was going like this, right?
Yeah.
It was going like this. It was not going straight up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was going more like you came up like this and then it went swiveled like this and went up like that. You noticed that, right? Okay. And then when you were lifting the right leg up, you were like more. It was a challenge to lift your right leg up. Right, and that's where your pain is. So right leg is
hip problem?
Yeah, hip problem, exactly. The hip is the issue. But we'll fix it now. Okay. I'm going to give you a few exercises. You're going to do that now, and then you lift up your same right leg, and then you see the difference in it.
Okay.
And this pain will be gone for good.
After one time.
You have a few times, but I'll have to give you some oils to massage your back and everything. The key in your case is not on the outskirt of the body, it is inside the body. Okay? Because there is no pain on the outside.
Okay.
It's all in the inside of the body. Realize that, right? Because you still, and now when we do these exercises, I'll have you redo the same movements, and you can tell within no time that your right side will be different again.
So they'll be the same?
Exactly. And that impacts.
So imbalance is what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So even though you are good, you're good in wrestling and everything else, the imbalance will cause you to sort of not, when you need it, it will be the one that we will not be able to sort of forego. And then what will happen is the stuff will get weak inside because there is no reason for it to get strong on its own, and then eventually it will come on the outside of the body. So what will happen is from the inside, wherever the inside is.
Where in heck is it?
Yeah, I'll explain to you.
Yeah.
So what is going on is this part, this part over here is where everything is at. Okay, this part up here.
Yeah.
And the inside of the leg, that means all the muscles that are connecting between your leg, which is basically your from the side of your hip, which is where the ball and socket is. It goes inside many different places. Okay, it goes from here, connects it to this part, and all this stuff. So in between there, what happens is one or two of the muscles are getting to be weaker. And because of that, then what happens is when you do the straight movement and the lateral movement and all that stuff, it is not, it's like the leg goes up, but the muscle is having inflammation. So what will happen is it'll be harder for you to lift it.
Okay.
Yeah, so when because there is inflammation there, and it's very hard to get to that. It's extremely difficult. So I will show you another way.
So I have to use the muscles to reduce muscles?
I will show you exercises that will correct it.
Okay.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big thing that I want you to start first of all is there are like you'll get like three type of exercises first. Secondly, what I'll give you is one exercise is just to work on this part up here. Okay. So also this could be related. See, when you're wrestling and everything else, your guys are pulling on each other, right?
Yeah.
Tightening it up, holding it down. Because when you're wrestling, you're not thinking about how I'm going to get this guy down. You have basic moves and you use the move to come down and just hold it down like that, right? Yeah. So what will happen is you would pull something. See, there are pathways going through your muscles, through your whole body. If you get to that, if you put pressure on someone and you are changing that pathway that is required in your body, then what happens is you're blocking that pathway. Mm-hmm. And once you block that pathway will not come back to it. Mm-hmm. So that's why if you see the Chinese martial artists, especially the Shaolin monks, after every bout they do, after everything they do, what do? They do these exercises. You see what I'm saying? Like these exercises. This is what they call Qigong exercises. Mm-hmm. Okay? And the reason why they do it, it's not because they're doing something fancy. Mm-hmm. What they're doing is all those blocked pathways, they're opening again. Mm-hmm. But they do it like very, very slowly. Before and after. They always do that, if you noticed it. And all that is opening up these pathways kind of thing. So when I move this arm, these arms are both coming up on their own. I am not even moving them. Literally I'm using zero energy on this one. And they come down like this. Same thing. So what I will do is from now on, when you do any wrestling bout, I want you to do I'll show you how to do these exercises. You do these exercises before you go in and after you come out.
Okay.
That's the first thing you do. And what that will do is it will help you from not blocking those pathways.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where we are at.
Alright.
So, but you have a pain right now, right? Mm-hmm. Can you do me one huge favor? Can you make that pain worse, like just by tapping on the floor, so that you have you have a little bit more than the pain that you have? I'll take care of it, okay. But I want you to have it so high, so that when we reduce it, you see a marked difference.
Right.
This is just for you.
Yeah.
Not to create pain, but for you to see.
Make it kind.
Yeah, make it like where you may have a little bit of fluid, or you can have that pain for literally 5 minutes, and I'll get rid of it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you can do that, that'll be great.
All right.
Yeah. If you got it there, then it is okay. If you feel like you got the pain, then you can feel it.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
good.
scale of 1 to 10, what will it be?
I mean, probably,
Like 5, 6, whatever.
yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Five.
It's not like unbearable, but it's just annoying. It hurts.
Okay. Come on up. What I want you to do is stand next to me, right here, in 2 squares. Bring these 2 feet together like this. Okay? So what I want you to do is, now, move your right leg to the edge like that. Beautiful, all the way to the edge. See how my foot is to the edge? Beautiful. I want you to bring it into the second square like that. I want you to make it 45. Got it?
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now put your arms to your hip. Okay? What I will do is bring your right leg a little bit inside. There you go. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Beautiful. Now, put your hips like this. Look to the right. Look to the right. And then just go back. Put your head back. Eyes closed, mouth open. Relax your whole body. Keep the knees straight. Both the knees should be straight. Relax your jaw, relax your face, and stay there for at least good minute and a half. Beautiful. Relax your shoulder. Just relax everything. All right, come on out. Come on out. Don't change anything. Okay? Now what I want you to do is take this foot, the heel. Just remember the heel, and place your heel where my toe is. Good, very good. Now,
Straight?
No,
Or back?
45, 45, 45. You got it. A little bit more, a little bit more. This way. There you go. Perfect. Put your palms to your hip. Okay. Do this way. Look that way. Always go back. Eyes closed if you can. Yeah, look. This is the right way to do it. See? This is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah. You're doing very good. Perfect. Nice. Keep knees straight. Body straight like that. Face that way. Relax the shoulder, right shoulder. Yeah. Okay, come on up. Don't change anything.
It's kind of hard.
It's okay, that's okay. The reason it is hard is because we are touching the weakest point in the body.
My weakest point?
Yeah, of course. This is where your weakness is. Like, even though you're strong, upper body is strong and other parts are strong, but if your hip is not there, you are not as strong. Because hip is everything. Hip is where you bring the guy down. Like your whole foot is like this. When you're bringing the guy down, if you can take the energy from the earth and transform that, you're putting instead of putting a 10-pound weight on this, you are basically taking what? You're taking almost 100 pounds, and whoever your opponent is going to go down because so much energy is coming out like this, right? Okay, so just take this heel, put it up here.
45 still?
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So keep your knees straight, keep your knees straight. Okay, same thing. Put your palms to your hip. Look this way, mouth open, and then go back, eyes closed, relax your whole body. Yeah. Okay, keep them out. You see?
That's hard.
Yeah. And you can do
You
so.
think it'd be easier on this thing if I did that?
Yes, it'll be very easy on that.
Good.
You want to try it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do the other side. But before we do that, I want you to do it. But before we do that, I want you to take your foot out. You stand normally. Yeah. And now feel where the pain is. Do you feel any pain there?
No.
That's what I mean.
So if I keep doing that every day.
No. There's more you'll have to do.
Yeah.
This is okay. This what it shows you is like, say somebody when let's say there's a big truck coming that way, okay, and it hits one part of this building. Let's say this square, this part over here. Okay, for some reason it has a big arm or crane or whatever. It hits that part. Now what happens is that part is what it is, but there is a weak section in here too. Everything has a weak section and a strong section if it is not maintained on a daily basis. So whatever the weak section is going to go down first. So your body also has that. There will be a weak section, and then the weak section is somewhere deep inside the leg itself. What I have done is I have made the weakest section stronger now by just doing that exercise based on what I know. Okay. Now before we even go further, what I want you to do is sit down, because the key is just straighten that out. Yeah. Straighten it out. Let's straighten it out.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go. Put it down. Come down. Now, before we start anything, hit on to see if you see any pain now in there. What's the left? No, don't hit it. But can you feel it if there is pain?
Not really.
Not really?
A little bit, not much.
Not like before, right? Before you had it at 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now you
Maybe
have
a little bit right there.
on
not
here.
much, barely.
Yeah, but here is there, but not much.
That's where the point where it was most tender before.
Before, right?
Pretty much there.
So before it was like 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. How much is it now?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Okay. Now let's apply this oil, and then what we will see is we want to see if this pain is gone from 1 or 2 to like maybe you cannot even feel it now.
What is that?
I'll explain. I use these oils. This is not essential oil, first of all. This is not an essential oil. This is some oil that has a lot of herbs in it. And the purpose behind this oil is twofold. Whenever there is an injury or there is an issue like this, it will always create its own environment in here. So what this oil will do is essentially break that environment down. And if there is any scar tissue or any kind of situation like that, it will completely break it down.
I feel like there is scar tissue in there.
Yeah, there will be. Every injury will have some scar tissue.
Yeah.
Every injury.
What about when I was really young, I cut my finger and I had to get stitches, and it's like this pinky's all
Yeah.
messed up.
Yeah, so you start applying the same oil on this one up here. But
It'll get rid of it?
it will, if there is scar tissue, it will get rid of it. Yes.
You think you can get rid of the bend?
Yes. If the scar tissue is the cause of the bend and everything, then yes. So all you have to do is just apply this oil for it. I'll show you all that can be achieved by this stuff.
Do you know a fracture when people fracture these knuckles?
Yeah.
See that?
You need to apply this oil like every time, every day. So what that does is keeps your body.
How many times a day? Once?
Just once is enough. And definitely after you if you do it on a daily basis, then your body will be, ready for stuff like that. And like I told you, I want you to do the slow Qigong movements, because that way you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Qigong movements are very important. Okay, now you tell me that spot that you had up here, how much do you feel? Nothing, yeah. Mexican people call me brujo. You know what brujo is?
No.
It means a witch. That's what they call me. All these Mexican people, they call me brujo. Yeah, I'll just keep putting it on your leg here. You can put it on this side here.
Sure.
Okay, here you go. Okay.
So I can pretty much put that stuff anywhere.
You can. Actually, when people are really sick, I have them put it all over their body.
Bathe in it?
Yeah, not bathe, but apply it and keep it on them. And it's a good idea to do that, because it will remove any toxicity out of the body. And I'll show you videos of people.
Where does it go? You get out or something?
No, it goes into your bloodstream. And it cleans your blood out, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, completely cleans your blood.
No, where does all the toxins go?
They go in your GI tract and then they are pushed out when you take your BM. When you go for your bowel movement, it will take everything out of the body. Yeah. Now what I want you to do is, we are not done. We have many steps to sort of know where this is going. I'm going to give you some exercises for the core next. And then what I want you to do is, after you have done those exercises, then what I want you to do is hit it as hard as you can. Try to make it worse. And let's see if it will even make it worse anymore. Then we know we have done it.
Just to test?
Yes, of course. Yeah. And then what I'd like you to do this week is, do you practice at all during the week with friends? Like you go and stretch and go do some wrestling, fake or real wrestle? When do you do those?
Pretty much every day.
Every day you do?
Yeah.
Okay, will you do it tomorrow on Monday or something? Because this is
Monday, except Sunday, I won't do anything.
This Sunday. Okay, Monday is a holiday, by the way. This Monday. So
I probably still will do something.
you'll still do with some friends?
Maybe Tuesday, let's say Tuesday.
Tuesday with your friends or whoever your training sparring partners are. Okay, so I will come on Tuesday to see you, and then you use your right leg as much as you can that day.
Okay.
Just like normally you would otherwise use.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll get this, you'll get this left, I will get your right finger also.
It's been like that for a long time.
I know. It's also impacted by from your C1 through C5 up here, yeah. From the back of your neck. So this will straighten out if we exercise this one. And also this exercise is going to help it. This one, that's why I'm asking you to look on the right side like this. Yeah.
So you think it's just the right side?
Yeah, your right side is weak, you know that, right? So the whole thing is, because there is somewhere whole thing is not going in the right direction. So the first exercise you're going to do is this one. Let me show you. This will look like a yoga exercise, but I wouldn't want people to, think that they can do any yoga exercise and it's going to get better. So first thing you want to do is put something very soft underneath your knees like this, and then bring your feet back like that, and then go back, and then go back like this.
So it's like a core and hip stretch.
Well, you'll see. So you just do this. Do you guys do this in your training?
No.
This particular thrust?
I mean, I kind of warm up, kind of like that.
Yeah, but this is when I do things, you're not having discussion with your friends about what you did or whatever. It should be completely inside. It's more like, how Shaolin monks would do it. Okay? So you are putting everything inside you, not outside. All right? So this is your first stretch. So you're going to do this one for good 2.5 to 3 minutes first. Okay? So do this one. Yeah. Do you have any pain while you're standing like this?
No, it's more when I angle it in a little bit.
Yeah, do you get it now? Even if you angle it?
Not really.
Not really. Good. So good. So slowly and steadily it will become normal. Right now it is not. Put your palms to your hip.
I got oil on it.
That's okay. You put this or do this. Take this up, put it on your. Anytime you touch that oil with your body, it's going to be a good thing.
Okay.
Don't ever wash your hands off. Apply it everywhere else.
Yeah, to stay on?
Yes. You want it on because you want that to go into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
Okay? Put your head back. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Eyes closed, mouth open. Yeah, do that. This time I'm going to move your head a little bit, okay? Just move it to the right like that, and then do the stretch. Okay, coming up. Yeah, it's because you see how you're shaking like a leaf like this,
Yeah.
you're feeling that all that stuff,
Yeah.
and you can pull people down easy, right? And you can see your body where it is at. You see where I'm going with this? And that's the reason why you're having all this stuff. And I can tell you, this is still, we got this even if you were not able to wrestle anymore, I would still bring you back to wrestling because I know every step, what step we need to take. But because you did not have any inflammation on the outer layer of your muscle, that's where you are still able to wrestle. The moment the outer layer was impacted, and slowly and steadily that would happen, if somebody came and kicked you here or you had a fall, you will never be able to wrestle again.
Why?
Because this part will start to get inflamed and it will end the story kind of thing.
So you'd never be able to fix it once it...
No, I can fix it, but I'm just saying, if you ever injured that part, you will not be able to wrestle because now the outer layer also is inflamed.
Yeah.
The pain will be constant.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you don't have to worry about it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you what the layout is of the whole body. where you stop and where you start, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to get you to do one more exercise and then we're going to do some tests. So get up. How is the pain on the knee?
Not really pain.
No pain, right? Okay, good, very good. So now you're going to do this on the. Just watch me how I'm doing this one. So you're going to put your left knee over here, right knee out like this. Okay, and then you're going to come on the right side like this. Keep the right knee straight. Come down, looking up like this. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Keep your mouth open. Always close your eyes when you're coming to this. Okay, I want you to do on the right side only. Okay, come on down. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Yeah, put your knee on there. Come exactly how I did it. Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. Yeah. Keep your right knee straight. Good, very good.
Put like that?
Yeah, keep your right knee straight. Yeah, good. Put your palm up here. Bring your left arm all the way up. Look up. Come down. Like this. Can you go any further down or is it difficult?
That's pretty much it.
You like it, right? See, this is what I mean. This is also a start. That you are not flexible enough to even make any changes to the right side.
Yeah.
Okay? So, in about a month or so, you'll be able to go down and you'll be more flexible on the right side. So you're slowly and steadily, your right side was getting tighter and tighter and more diseased. This is an indication of that.
Okay.
So go further down, close your eyes, open, do however much you can, okay? Relax your body, open your mouth, relax your body.
As far as I can go.
That's fine. You're doing excellent. Okay, you can come out now, Christian. Just come out. Okay. How you feel? Yeah. A little bit, all that, but you feel a little bit more open though, right?
Yeah.
You feel a little bit like something opened up in you kind of thing, right? Again, feel your knee, right knee, and see how it is pain-wise.
Pretty good.
Nothing there, right?
Yeah.
You can run, do whatever, bang it against the wall, do whatever. So I want you to start not feeling that stuff and start using your right leg as much. Use more of the right leg.
Now start.
From today onwards, when you're practicing with your friends or whatever, and I will come on Tuesday and be there with you for next 2, 3, 4 times. Just to sort of be on hand. We will do the stretches. I'm going to show you how to do the stretches. I want you to do them every day. Okay? Every day I want you to do them. And apply this oil in 2, 3 places. And just keep doing this, and then Tuesday when it comes, I'll just be on hand just to see you. I don't think there's going to be any issue. But I'm just saying. One thing we can do at this point, one last thing I want you to do, just one last one. So,
left leg.
yeah, come this way, stand over there. Stand like this, put your right foot at an angle like this. Yeah, you see I use these squares for the right way, right there, okay? You can put your foot up on the edge like that. Beautiful. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now what I want you to do is I want you to keep your body straight and I want you to come down and then just stay there on the right side and then come back out. Down. Yeah, put your palms onto your hip. Both your hip. Look straight. You gotta look straight. And then come up. So you're staying there for a good 2 to 3 seconds, easy. Or maybe like even 3 or 4 seconds. And up. And down. And up. And you're doing this 7 times. Down. And up. And down. Hold it there and come on. This time what I want you to do is move your foot 45 degree. There you go, perfect, perfect. And now again, once again, bend your right knee. All the way down like that. Come up. Down. Look up, look straight. And up. And down.
Should I face my shoulders forward?
No, that's okay. Just as long as you're looking straight and your shoulders are square, that's all I care about. Come down. Beautiful. And up. That's good.
Okay.
Now what we want to do is, you wanted to see the left side, right? You're curious about the left side, right? Okay, come next to me. Come next to me. Okay, put your feet apart like that. Beautiful. Now what you want to do is bring your left foot back. Turn it 45. Keep your head straight. No, keep your head straight first. And put your palms to your hip. No, always palms to the hip. Look to the left and come back down. Look to the left, look first. Look. Eyes closed, mouth open. Relax your body. Okay, come on up. Was a little bit better than the right side, right? It's still shaky, but not as bad as the right side.
Yeah.
Right one was like you were on the cord, you didn't know what was going on, right? It almost felt like with somebody else you were doing this, not you, right? Okay, so that's your answer. So everything happens on the right side. So when you're doing these exercises, I want you to be very slow, not too fast, going down very gently down like this, keeping it there, holding it there, and coming out. Okay? So like that. Good? Okay. And then slowly and steadily, it'll take about 15 days to a month for everything to balance, and you'll be good as gold. And you just keep doing it. And this one exercise I'm going to show you. So so when I come see you on Tuesday, whenever that is, just stand right next to me. I want you to close your, just observe how I do this. And then you can do it exactly like that. So put your palms like this. Put your fingers together like that. And watch me how I do it.
Breathing out.
You're breathing in and out. That's how you do it. Okay, you're slow, and the goal is like you are not doing it. Something is moving your arm up.
Okay.
There is some, you're in the ocean, and you put your arms to your side like this, and the arms just keep coming up on their own.
Okay.
You are not the doer of the lifting. It's all being done for you. And that's how you should start looking at wrestling too. That when you wrestle, you are not even doing it. It's just happening. You, whatever the way you're taking this other person's energy and just kind of moving it around them. So you're just moving things, and you are not even doing it. It just comes and you just like this. So you don't feel anything in your body. That's how you want to do this. Okay. So now put your palms, feet together like that, feet apart like this. Okay. Put your palms like that, like this. Okay. Now close your eyes, open your mouth. Now let your palms come up. When they're coming up, don't lift them. Let them just feel that they are coming up. Just feeling them is enough. Okay, so when let's say for example, if you're doing it, it will come up like this. You're not doing that. You're almost like putting it in the pathway of the movement. And that pathway is actually taking your arms up. It will take a while for you to get it, but just let it come up on their own.
You alright?
Yeah, it was good for the first time, obviously. You know, this is something new you've never done before, so it kind of gives you an idea. So when you're lifting, you have to do it 3 times, by the way, just so you know. If you've done it 1 time, that's okay. And then what I liked about the way you were doing it was you were just bringing it up to a point where it was allowing you, and then when you could not do it, you just stayed there and you came down. You see what I'm saying? So what I want you to do is practice that where you are not lifting it. So you can even practice, this is a good practice because it's an overall body thing, but one good way to practice this is just let your arm just come up. Just put it up like this. Like you're not even lifting it. It's coming up on its own. It's a good way to learn this whole thing. So you see where I'm going? And then I'm going to do something else for you in the next few weeks, and I'll shut your mind off, and you'll be able to focus better when you're in the wrestling. So you're able to see things while you are in the moves, rather than when you're doing it, your mind is somewhere else scattered. So you're not focusing on what's going on. So there's a way to do that.
Okay.
So we will keep doing this as you go forward.
Okay.
Okay. Where is your pain now? Huh?
It's not really too much. I have a little bit on top of the knee.
Yeah.
Not much.
Do you still have? How much is it?
No, it wasn't where it was before. It was kind of just more like a bruise.
Yeah, bruise a bit. Because your pain was more inside here, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
right
it was
there.
inside here, right? And you don't
Yeah.
feel much over there,
No.
right? Okay, good. All right. So I think it's good for today, and I'll show you all the exercises one more time. And just do those. This one on the floor, okay? And then keep your feet apart. Bring your right foot, turn 45. Turn your head this way. Do not forget to turn your head this way. Come down. Relax your jaw. And do that for about a minute and a half. Come down like this. Second quadrant, do the same thing. Keep your body straight. Down, keep your knee straight. And then the last one, more further out like this. And then do the same thing up here. 45 degree angle and
How long?
1.5 minutes.
Set time.
Yeah, so, yeah, set a timer, whatever, however. So 3 positions, this one, and then go this way, then put your right leg out, turn to the right side. Remember, you were just this much. You need to come all the way down like this, on the floor exercise. Remember?
Yeah.
Then right, left knee down, this one.
Yeah.
You remember, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So only do the right side, do not do the left side.
Right.
Okay, it'll just screw up everything. So you're only doing right side. And then the last one, obviously, once again. So this one here, right? On the edge like that, coming down for good 4 or 5 seconds. You're coming down like that and up. And then you're going to do this inside one, 4 or 5 seconds like this and down. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all you got to do. Good. So the thing about this water is, what happened is that when you drink regular waters, like what you get in the market, like at the gas station, grocery store, whatever, what they are done is they basically do the process called reverse osmosis. And with that, what they do is they remove practically everything out of the water, everything. And what that does is makes the water a little bit acidic. So what the acidity means is you could keep drinking as much as you want, but it strips your saliva out first of all, which you need to digest your food. And then what it does is it basically starts to create like a burn on your tongue itself. So you keep drinking that water. I don't want to name different waters, but all the waters that you see. And you'll keep drinking it, but you'll keep feeling thirsty. Okay? And eventually what will happen is, I've seen people, those who kind of like that kind of water, what will happen with them is they will start having skin issues or other disease issue caused from dehydration. So they're actually living a dehydrated life, but they don't know. Unless you go with some water that is like this, that actually, now you're hearing and seeing a lot of waters that are what we call alkaline water, which basically they add calcium bicarbonate into the water to increase the pH level. And what that does is it increases your blood pH, but not the cell pH. So your cell still is empty. However, your blood, you're putting so much in there, and eventually, I think by doing that, because of calcium deposit, your kidneys have to work harder, and they will start developing kidney stones. So I don't know what the rate incidence of kidney stone is out there, but I'm sure a lot of people will suffer from kidney stone, or also from something like maybe gallbladder stone and things of that nature. So let's do a quick test between two. I'm going to have you drink 2 waters. Okay. So I want you to drink a little bit of this water first. So this is your, regular bottled plastic water that you get, $3, you can get like 20 of these, okay? And then you try this one, and then you tell us what you feel different. This is a little colder too, so try that one.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's smooth.
Yeah. You have to do it like 2 or 3 times for you to really see the difference. So put that on there. Yeah, look into your tongue, see how your tongue feels.
It's like it has a weird aftertaste.
That is true. And now, yeah, try this one and
I've
feel.
always noticed that about bottled water. It kind of has that weird, almost plastic.
Yeah, so you're drinking mostly plastic is what happens.
I don't really taste anything with this one.
Yeah. And also this is in, that's the reason why it is in a glass bottle, because I don't want that plastic transpiring. And a lot of people leave their bottled waters in their cars. And once they leave it in their car.
He does that.
Huh? Yeah.
I know it's not good for you. That's why I don't drink bottled water really.
Yeah, good.
Because I have to.
Yeah, if you're thirsty outside, that kind of thing. So put it on your tongue and just leave it there and see what you feel it on the tongue. That's the key that I
don't really feel anything.
Yeah. It doesn't strip, you don't feel any like kind of burning sensation or nothing like that. But again, I'm going to give you this and I want you to put it on your tongue and leave it there. It's just for you to see it. That's my goal. My goal is for you to see what sensation you feel on your tongue.
What about tap water?
Well, you can try tap water too. We'll give you tap water.
I mean, is that bad though? I mean,
tap water has a lot of stuff because all they do is they take the water that the sources, they will do a few things to it. They'll add mostly chlorine and fluoride to it. So when you drink,
that can't be good.
Well, chlorine itself in the quantities they put they claim it's okay, but the derivative of a chlorine is known carcinogen. That's a known carcinogen.
Yeah.
And fluoride helps kids more than it helps adults. So it's more for kids that they put fluoride in there. For adults, it won't do much. Okay, so that's the part with that. And what we will do is normally people shun drinking, and then also the other problem with tap water is fecal tongue. There is actual fecal matter in there, and that's why they put. Go ahead, drink this. Okay, now you taste this water after you have had tap one. You see what I mean?
A lot different.
Yeah, because this will feel like heavier, that there is something in it kind of thing.
Yeah, it feels it feels thicker.
Yeah, then I'll just put very little. Here you go.
Yeah. I don't want to drink it.
I know. It's punishment you get. Sorry. My point is you see how thicker it feels when you are drinking tap water.
It makes me not want to drink this or that anymore after drinking that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point behind it, that then you start knowing what water is. And the funny part is when I first developed it and I was showing it to people, some people, not everybody, but some people say, well, there are so many waters, why do you want to come up with one more? And my only answer to them was, to me, there was no water on market because you're doing it all wrong. Just because you have a bottle with a label on it doesn't mean that you have the real thing. You have a bottle with a label. You don't have the content.
How much does it cost you to filter all that? How much?
Well, yeah, there's cost involved, there are processes involved, but this bottle does not sell too expensive either. So this is a 25-ounce bottle. We sell retail for $2.99, which is not bad. In a glass bottle.
Yeah.
In a glass bottle, okay? Yeah. Most glass bottle water, if you buy at stores like, big stores like Whole Foods or whatever, they sell for over $3. Some are $3.29, $3.49. This is right about $2.99. And as I'm able to make better bottles for a better price, maybe we'll go down on price a little bit. Just so that, I can get the right things. Glass bottles this size are like almost 40-50 cents. Okay, so they are more expensive than plastic. This you can make it for like pennies, literally, because there's nothing to it. And then when you're putting water in there, acidic water, and you're putting acidic water in there and it's leaching all the plastic out. A lot of people are making water now where they're putting into aluminum containers, which is like the can. And aluminum is really, really bad. Bad idea with aluminum cans, because aluminum is as a metal is not good for your brain. We know that. It's been well documented. It will go and it will affect your nervous system very badly. That's why with vaccines, when they add aluminum or other types of like mercury and all this other stuff to make the vaccines work better, or as a preservative, when they go into your brain, they cause those kinds of problems.
So what type of problems?
Well, like they will, like how you had it on your knee, like how they were getting swelled up and their face will swell up, they'll have rash and all that stuff. So there's a lot of controversy about that going on right now.
What about when they put water in like a paper box? Like you ever see that water?
Yeah, I have seen it in paper box, yeah, but the part is again, anything that is soft is going to give in.
Yeah.
Okay, but anything hard as a glass is not going to give as much.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. So you can put it in metal container, but I would put it in like stainless steel rather than aluminum.
What about two different types of plastic? I've seen like bottles that are like BPA free or whatever.
Yes, then you are in the same range as glass bottles.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are fine. Like if you have like what they call polycarbonate bottles, but again, I don't know enough plastic that I can tell you. But also remember what you're putting in. If you're putting in water that has other metals in it and other stuff like that, then you're going to have problem. A lot of this city water will have some amount of metal in it. If you go to New York City and you drink water from the city water and all that stuff, you will realize if you filter it after like maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, the first filter, which is basically a filter where you try to catch all the heavy metals and it will be all red. It'll be red in color. It's all the rust coming out from these big pipes. And a lot of them are lead pipes, they have lead in it and all that, and then once you have the lead going in and other metals going in, so you're drinking all that metal in your body. And then if you start getting sick and you don't know why you're not improving in your health. Water is the most important component in your body. Everything we do with water is what you're doing with your health directly. Because 60 to 70% is water in your body, you are water. And that's the reason why. It's almost like I give an example of like, when you're looking at, if you're doing gardening or you're a farmer, what you're going to find is you prepare the land so that it holds water. That's why you put certain perlite and all this other stuff in there to prepare the land so that when you put the seed, there is enough moisture in there that will help it grow. Mm-hmm. It will break the carbon down and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So that's where you are at with that. Okay. They just picked you up and threw you down on the floor and hit that spot on the back, on that spine. That's when you would feel the worst, and then the bursa would get even worse from there. Right. Yeah, it would get very, very bad. It's like to a point like you wouldn't be able to even spark kind of thing. And that's the reason why you want to. Those who do these, those who actually use their bodies in different forms of sports, like for example, football, contact sports, football, and what you call what? Basketball. Yeah, basketball, mostly for contact sports I'm talking about. Mostly football, boxing, wrestling, mixed martial arts, all this stuff. Then you are contacting, constantly hitting the other person with force. Football, it's a known thing now that there is so many proven documented things where when they impact their head against the other person, or when they're practicing even, you're like 300-400 pound person, you're coming right in there with them. So that's a lot of mass there, and you're running. So when you run, you're almost 2.5-3 times the weight kind of thing. And then you're hitting somebody, and the guy who's getting hit is not because they are the runners. they get body slammed, and they, over a period of time, their brains don't work after a while. So everything that you are doing, Christian, is about your body and your mind. How they can come together, how they can leave each other alone, how they can just flow through it. There is a charge that is flowing through it. How the charge is not stopped or hindered anywhere. So our goal in the next few weeks is going to be for you to basically feel that you have literally no blockage between your mind and your body. And the charge is just flowing through it. And it just keeps flowing through it, and it just keeps flowing through it. And whatever you see at that point, that charge goes after it. And that's how you're going to see a fulfillment. You are going to have an experience of that. And once you have that experience, that's what you're really looking for. Anytime we strive for something, we are actually striving for an experience. When runners run and they get a runner's high, swimmers do the same thing, any of these big athletes, because in that form what happens is you experience something so bigger than your own self. The definition of self is the definition of how your brain creates that self. So it breaks that brain definition completely out, and you feel like you are literally outside, not just inside the body. And that experience is what everybody's after. Whether you use drugs, whether you do through meditation, whether you do it through wrestling, whether you do it through painting, whatever have you. So the idea is to feel that charge outside. And there is a very simple way of doing it. Your body can only do certain amount of things. And when you are going with the body like that, then you are going to find that your body's, it's like if your vision is only what you see straight and nothing on the outside, suddenly you're getting these peripheral vision going, then you are like, wow, I never could see all this stuff. And now imagine if there was an opening inside your body too, then you could see inside too, and outside, and on the side, and every direction you can think of. Then that vision is what you really are looking for. And generally what happens, your mind only restricts that vision to a certain way. It gives you a window rather than a complete opening kind of thing. It just gives you a little window to look at things at. And we want to break that. We don't need that. It's artificial. And that's breaking is everything. Your whole challenge is to break that. Yeah. And if you break that, then you are, maybe you will wrestle for a few times and then you will feel like, oh, I got more than what I looked for in wrestling. You're not just after a medal. The medal is good. It's great. The trophy is good. It's great. But there is a bigger trophy that nobody can give you. Is that experience that you get from it. Nobody can give you. And if I put like $1 billion next to that experience, you will say, I will never trade that experience. And you will not feel cheated. You will never feel cheated if you have that experience. Because that experience is everything. You won't feel cheated if you don't get something. You won't feel cheated about anything. You will feel like you got way more than you ever dreamt of. And that experience will define you, because now you have opened a way to look at things. You have opened that stuff. You know how to come into that space. Then in that, anybody will define something to you. Oh, life is about this, life is about that. But you have a bigger, broader, upper vision of it. It's like you're talking to somebody who has never flown up into the sky. They only know everything that is at ground level. And then you meet a person who has actually taken a trip in a plane and seen the world, the earth, the way it is. And then you meet a person who has actually been to the moon and seen the earth. Different perspective. And so that's the perspective that you will get from doing it this way. You'll get much bigger view of all of this stuff.
Wait, doing what?
Your wrestling, even, this is your path, right? This is your path. This is what this is what you get up and you wrestle and everything else. Your wrestling is good, but you have to have a bigger picture behind wrestling. Because otherwise what will happen is you get injured, which is in your case now we have seen, and then suddenly this injury will go to a point where you will not be able to do this anymore. So it will stop. So your train came to an end because you can't go any further because of the body. Now what we have done is we have taken this block out and there is a pathway still going further. So what I want you to do is not beat your body up for money, for fame, for medals, for trophies, and see what you can see at that given period of time. And it will also give you ability to not have injuries in your life. That's another thing that you want. You don't want to be injured. If you're injured, game is over. Because some injuries can be taken care of, and then there are some injuries you'll never be able to undo. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to be injured. It's too high price to pay for you. You have a whole life ahead of you. You're still young. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bigger vision about this whole thing. It's not just a small vision, and this is not a story. This is not something that has not happened to somebody else in the past. It has happened to a lot of people. You'll see even in NFL and everything, I've seen some videos on there where I saw these NFL players, they were the best. They were like on top of their game and everything. But when they came out of it, they found all the bruises and the injury they got, and they were on pain pills and everything else, and then it gets worse from there. Once you get on these pills and everything else, you're done. You're so done, you'll be statistic number 5,635 kind of thing, or 50,635. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. They never went into the game thinking that they will end up like this. Because suffering is the same. The high is the same. The suffering is the same afterwards. You had an accident, and this world will keep pushing you to keep doing more and more and more with money, with trophies, with medals and everything else. But what you have to pay for it with your life is too much. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking about doing the Qigong movement after you do your stuff. So your body is there. You don't want to train in your body for this stuff. You don't want to train in your mind for this stuff. Because you have to go a long distance with it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the game improves. You're not there to hurt somebody. You're there to use your skill to see how that energy, how you connect with that energy around you. So that's what you want. I'm just making this to you because you are starting out with this. I don't want you to make these goals that world sets it for you. The world will set the wrong goal for you. And I don't want you to play that game. That's why I'm saying all this stuff to you. And this is a good opportunity because you had this whole thing where your little right leg was having this little sack built up every time you did. You couldn't even put your right knee down. And we showed why that right knee was not working. So that's a good place for you to sort of be aware of. Okay? Sounds good? And we'll keep doing this. I'll get you all the way out and we'll keep having these conversations, and I want you to start feeling that and be able to experience and tell me as you're going through this journey how you are seeing the whole game now going forward. And I'll give you more and more tools to make this happen.